TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us out here. We have the Dow up 233, NASDAQ up 57, S&P's up 25, gold's up 18, silver's up 54. We got light sweet crude up 261, bonds are down a point, King dollar's down 69 ticks, giving the market room some breathing.
It is.
And I just came back from the North Pole, man.
I love it. I love it.
Fed those reindeers needed some food last night, man.
They did.
They needed some good food, man. Get those reindeers going and get Santa up and going, man.
They did. You and Kathy, who sent me this Santa Claus rally, and it made sense, right? How can you have a rally, in baseball, right? You got the rally cap going. How could we have had a rally without the Santa Claus hat?
Folks, listen to this. This is a riot. So yesterday, I'm on my desk, I'm trading, I'm doing something, right?
Yeah.
And I get a text, right? I get a text from Steve saying, hey, I'm going to unload, some metal, and we're having a Santa Claus rally because I just got a Santa Claus hat.
That's right. Yeah. I loved it.
And that was it. That's what you got, right?
That's right. Exactly right. Yeah. Unfortunately, the market, pushed down, yesterday. And
I thought you were talking about today anyway.
Yeah, I know you did.
Because the market was already down. I said, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah. What is cool was, as I was coming on at 9 o'clock, I was showing folks and especially this Kathy, she said she sent this because, I helped her on the Gartley pattern. So it was really perfect, as I was taking a look at this morning and just taking a look at one of the charts that I was going to show in my service that was going out there, and was showing how we were coming into this nice 0.786 Gartley sell area, but we were coming in, with some good strength here. And if the market didn't pull back, that what you could expect it to do, if it failed here, that it was going to set up a butterfly pattern. Right. And so as I was coming on at 9 o'clock, it was trading out about 12.14, and said this thing is going up to 12.26.25. And where it got to, folks, you got to love these patterns. It's why I want to be able to teach them to you. It got up to 12.27.25. And now it's going to pull back a little bit. Now, folks, if this 1.272 area here doesn't hold, this thing is going to go up to that 1.618 level. Within a point or two of it. That's all that you need to do. So there's some real
that's beautiful.
Understanding these patterns, it's very, very helpful. And now all you got to do is just really watch it. This is an area here where if you're long in the futures, at least this is just a 10-minute chart. You'd want to go take a look at a 30-minute, a 60-minute chart, understand what other patterns are out there, and then put it all together to help you with your trading.
Yeah. And, if we go over, we just take a look at the dollar for a second.
Yeah.
What it got, which it needed, and how to get, underneath this 80.32. This is a dollar index now.
Right.
To basically, get it going. Now, which is really cool, you're only at 13,000 contracts.
Yeah.
But huge price destruction.
Yes.
And that's saying that, okay, man, game is on. That, remember when we did this, that it can actually get down to 77 and have nothing wrong, which is just a total mind blower.
Yeah, no question about it. And I've got, on my screen right now, I've got 4 different quadrants, if you will, one daily, one weekly, one monthly. And so what is kind of cool, if I just simply put the monthly one up here. Now this is got a much longer term look at the can anyone see Steve's screen?
Go to Steve's charts, Al, please.
Maybe we're having a problem with the feed.
Okay.
So I'll re-put it back in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So so go ahead and let me see here real quickly. Sorry about that, folks. So hopefully this pops back up on the screen. It should have been in there on Tiger TV. In any event, so what I've got up on the screen here is the monthly, and you can see this. This obviously this large channel that it's been in. This downtrend here. And you can see what it's done already. This month, the month of December, it came back up and it hit the top of that.
Right.
Hit the top of it, and you would expect it to, Now, when we break out of here, folks, let me tell you.
Watch out.
Yeah, because this is the monthly chart. You break out of this channel, then you absolutely watch out. Because watch out from the standpoint of what it's going to do to the markets because of the correlations that we've got on here.
Right.
Now, folks, that's the monthly. If I pull up the weekly chart, just so you can see what's going on in the weekly chart, okay, you can see where we've got this trend that we're in. You can
Yes.
see how it took us to the top of that monthly. You can see how it's hit it, and now it's backed off,
Right.
on the weekly
Right.
basis. So, making a retracement, which would, it's still all about the currency move.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
And for days I've been watching the euro, the pound, because it's given us head fakes a couple different times.
Well, what's really cool, folks, the markets are the same, but yet they're dynamic and they change all the time. And what has happened, flat out, is that we're a one world market.
Yes.
But now what's happening even more on an actual fundamental factual basis is that, so picture this, and we're in a unique situation because we're in the metal business.
Yes.
You're in the dollar business, we're in the equity business, we're in the futures business.
Right,
okay?
right.
And because of that, folks, what ends up happening is that, there's folks that think that, you're going to go on the gold standard and that's it. Well, to me, that's impossible because, you can't do business in it.
Yes,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
And what I start realizing is that, these new Basil rules, right?
Yeah.
What has happened is this, is that it is, the scary part about this, it is a one world government now. And as far as
the financial institutions,
that's right. But that's who runs everything.
That's right.
We still got it made here in this country, but the reality is that the bankers, it's a one world deal.
Yeah.
And it's Basil.
Yeah.
And they got it. And now what's going on, because we're going to be under those rules also, that's just saying flat out, that's it. Now, what that does is that if you're doing an actual mathematical valuation, right? Well, that's the name of the game. It's not the name of the game anymore, folks, about how much an equity can actually make. It's the name of the game how much an equity make in as to what the currency is.
Right.
Which is just amazing. I mean, it really is, because, whether they, we're teaching it here, but you know what? I bet it's still not even in the schools, because the reality is
right.
that is what it is. It's what you can bring to your bottom line.
Yeah.
They had the guy, the president on from Sony this morning.
Okay.
And he's been the president, for a long time now.
The U.S.
No, the whole
the whole thing.
Yeah, and he's the first, non-Asian guy they brought in. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
And he said, hey, listen. He says, you guys crack me up. You talk about, Japan being savers. You talk about. He says, look at the yen. He says the yen is so strong, it's unbelievable. He says that just kills us.
Yeah.
He says,
absolutely.
He says all that would have to happen. He says, from $1.25 to $7. He says that's 50%.
Right.
That we have to make up. He says if that ever goes up again, it gets weaker, we're off to the races.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question. There's no question.
It absolutely has to do with your currency. The currency is the biggest move of the whole deal now. And it's not going to change, folks. Okay? Because it's not going to change, because now it's a one world deal.
For sure.
So
for sure. And at some point in time it'll decouple, or it will, invert, okay, and then we'll still know how to play that. Be able to follow that.
Well, the key is that if you're playing or trying to get into an investment, what you absolutely want to do is make sure that where are they investing, what do they take in versus what's the input versus the output.
That's right. Yeah.
The input versus the output.
For sure.
And it's really cool because it's going to open up a lot of avenues, I'd say, in the next couple of years. Well, it's opening up an avenue for all of us right now, because we know flat out that when all these patents show up, it's like, okay,
Yeah, so take that, because that piece of information that you just shared with everybody probably went over most folks that weren't necessarily listening to it. And what I mean by that, folks, is, we've talked about, we talked about the concept of, I think the ideal buyer of real estate in the U.S. would be those folks that are holding gold, okay?
Yeah.
A strong currency, has been a strong currency, or holding yen because of how strong that currency is.
Right.
Well, you just had the president of Sony talk about, it's a currency deal.
Right.
Okay? So, if King dollar is going to continue to get stronger, where your focus really ought to be, because that will put some pressure on the yen to weaken. And so really, when you start taking a look at where could you probably make the most amount of your money, is looking at Japanese companies.
Yes.
Okay, because as their currency gets weaker, and it just starts to take off. And so, if you're mining for some gold, if you will, for some companies, probably ought to take a look at different Japanese companies that are out there.
Okay, so let's pull up Sony.
You know what I mean?
Let's pull up Sony right now. So look at this. Oh, you gotta love this. This blows my mind. Okay, so Sony, folks. Oh my God, look at this. This is so cool. This is happening right now. Okay, Sony. This is amazing, actually. Sony is back to the 2009 lows.
Perfect.
And it's back there with Light of Art. Look at this, man. Oh, this is so cool, man. This is sick.
See, we're giving out Christmas gifts.
It's a beautiful thing.
I like it.
Let's look at this, man.
Santa's here.
Okay. Look, hey, where's my hat?
That's right. We got to, you know.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's right.
Okay, let's go. Now, okay, so let's check it out. So we come back last month with 31 million to 49 million. I got to call Angie right now. This is a buy. This is amazing, actually. It's okay. So watch this, folks. This is Sony. Sony comes down off $59, gets down to a low of 19 with 55. This is on a monthly, 55 million. Tests that with 38, then goes from 15 back up to 40. Now it doesn't have any juice up there, so it's not. You know, all this really has to do is bounce to 25. But you're at 17. But you know what?
It'd be a nice trade.
And let's see what they're paying. And they're paying 1.78%, and you're playing the yen-dollar deal.
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yep, that's right.
And that's
it's a longer term. This is a longer term trade.
Watch this. Hold on. Let me find, because this I love doing. You know what always blows my mind, folks, is that let's see how much these large companies can take in 90 days.
Oh,
I gotta go to. Let's see, Nikkei.
Companies.
I got to go to Japan and find the symbol in Japan. 1 second. See, the symbols in Japan, too, by the way, folks, they're all numbers. Let me see. Oh, no, is that Hong Kong? No, that's Hong Kong, I think, numbers I'm dealing with. Let me see. Okay. Oh, that's Nike.
Oh, you're a Nike.
Yeah,
you're a Nike.
I'm trying to get...
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. But I think, you know, what this is, look, this is no setup or anything. It's just, you know, it's always so important, folks, to, you know, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth, is to just listen, because sometimes, you know, when you just, I think that as Tom was putting this together, you know, it's just jumping out that.
that wasn't done on purpose. I know.
Yeah, you know that you got to start taking a look at the big multinational companies, you know, in Japan, and see how they're trading, because those look like they would be, you know, good setups. That's if you're buying into, which you should, is King Dollar continuing to rally. And like I say, on that monthly channel, boy, once you break through that, and you set a new monthly channel, folks, you know, you're going to see some unstoppable destruction in the U.S. markets until that correlation changes. But
and you know what's cool here? See, watch this too. That's the Nikkei. So if we look at the Nikkei, that's when the Nikkei had crashed. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So you crashed down to 16 billion, and you tested it with 4.
Okay, so that was during
at the nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Or is it, I think it was a nuclear plant.
Yeah, right.
And so you're at 81. This is so cool, man. This is pretty sick, actually. Let's go to our man Rick in British Columbia. We're going to be right back with Rick. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to find this thing. Sony, where are you? This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, folks. You stay right there. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. And, folks, you know, if you want to just see how if the politicians would just leave and just get out of town and leave us alone, all they have to do is go to Germany, and you can see the DAX, okay? The DAX, folks, right now is up 2.7%. And you know why the DAX is up? Because Merkel went on vacation.
Oh,
swear to God, she's gone.
Beautiful.
She's gone. And you know, I'm not kidding about this, folks. The bottom line, politicians, we don't need them. We gotta get. I mean, they're like lawyers. You know. Sorry, we got a couple lawyers in the den there. But he won't be in until this afternoon. But bottom line is that it's just amazing. You know, it absolutely is amazing. And, you know, what the bottom line is that when things go up, they'll take credit for it. When things go down, they're running. You know, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's great.
Let's go to man Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
You know, it's so funny. You had mentioned earlier you guys are going to hand out gifts. And yesterday I seen a guy, and the heaviest shopping in the U.S. is done in Florida. So you and Steve must have really helped the cause.
Oh, good.
There you go.
That's good. I love it.
Yeah, Florida's a unique place, man. I mean, even inside the context of the United States, it really is.
You're right. Hey, I just want to show you something. Check out that GLD, Tom. You mentioned yesterday how we got to retest the lows and everything, but just if you put it on a 10-day hourly, and you'll see that the first bar on Wednesday, I believe it was, we broke it on lighter volume. You see, we did a little doji now. We're going up on fumes. I checked the volume on the GDX, same situation. So it looks like we got
dojis.
We're going to start calling, instead of BGO man, we're going to call you Doji man.
Well, they work.
I know. I'm just kidding with you, man.
Yeah. Exactly. And so, we may go and test the high of the last bar on Tuesday, or fill the gap, and then, come crashing down. And I just want to mention one other stock that it would be neat if you and Steve watched. I think like we always talk about Apple, like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But IBM is starting to give it up here a little bit, and we're going back. We're getting a little bounce right now, but that's got to get tested again on a weekly, and I think it's probably a lot lower prices. So I just thought I'd mention that one.
Okay, brother.
Take care, man.
Thanks.
Hey, I told Steve this story yesterday. This is an insane story, folks, okay? I was at a wedding on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? And I was with the actually...
That is a story.
Wait to hear this story, folks. This is sick. The guy that was... there were a lot of people there, but one of these guys I met, he wasn't the president. I thought he was the president. He was the executive vice president. He was the third in charge of IBM. Okay? Great guy. And he retired last year. And the guy, the wedding we were at, this other guy is like the fourth or fifth guy in IBM.
Yeah.
And... so we're sitting there having a glass of wine, and he says, you wouldn't believe what happened to me yesterday. So he's from New York, okay? He has the biggest state in New York.
Yeah.
And he's down in Florida because that's where the wedding was, right? And he's on the phone, and FedEx is at his... He has a package, folks, that's coming to his house, right? And the bottom line, they're saying that they can't find his house. Well, the guy has been there for 12 years, right? And evidently... As it's coming in, it has two numbers, 159, 161.
Yeah.
Well, to make a long story short, folks, what happens is this, is that FedEx turns around and says to the guy, I don't like how you're talking to me, and hangs up on him, right?
Which is amazing.
So.
Really amazing.
Now, this is sick, folks, okay? Now, he turns around, and he has Fred Smith's number in his
cell phone. Yeah.
He goes, boom, 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 hits the number, right?
Yeah.
And just texts them.
Yeah.
Fred Smith texts him back in 2 seconds, right? Well, it's actually 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And, then he actually called him, and he says, okay, he says, what just happened? He says, they just hung up on me. And so needless to say, folks, always be careful who you're talking to, because it gets sicker than this. So the guy I was with, he says, it's amazing that I've been there for 12 years, and then he's trying to tell him that he doesn't know. And this is the guy, folks, that he was the head of all technology at IBM. This is the guy that put in the FedEx system.
That's right,
he says, I know the system upside down.
That's right.
But is that sick?
Oh, no, it is. It is.
I wish but I forgot. I wish I talked to him more about the stock right now.
Yeah. That's...
You know how many shares he owns? 21 million.
No kidding. Oh, baby.
21 million shares, and it's at $1.85.
Oh, jeez.
That's pretty sick, isn't it?
Life's good.
Oh, my God. That's
good.
insane.
Yeah.
Let's go to Kathy in New Hampshire. Hey, Kathy, what's going on?
Hey, you guys look great in those hats.
Is this the Kathy that started the Santa Claus rally?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's great.
I'll give you my PayPal account number so people can make deposits after
Okay,
they go
that's
in.
good. Yeah, everybody's got to send you at least $1.
Right. I just wanted to run something by you on the SPX daily. Going back to August, I'm seeing an inverted head and shoulders.
Yeah, you can see them everywhere. I just stay with us. No, there is. There absolutely is.
Okay.
You stay right there, folks. We get the Kathy from New Hampshire.
She's responsible for this rally,
That's
folks.
right. It's a beautiful thing. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. And bottom line is that we got some action up here. Up to 56, NASDAQ up 64, S&P's up 29. We're going to be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. We have the Dow up 255, NASDAQ up 63, S&P's up 28. And we want a big round of applause from Kathy from New Hampshire, because she got those reindeers out. She got Santa Claus coming. There you go. So, what happens, Kathy, is that head and shoulders and inverted head and shoulders are always all over the place. The real key is going to be, can it break topside with conviction? But the way that it is set up, you can say that that's a head, no doubt about it.
Well, when I called into Steve last week and he explained the Gartley to me, and I had the head and shoulders already,
yes.
It looked to me like we could have a powerful move out of here. So hopefully it works.
Yeah, it's an option. What I think what's so important is to go back and take a look at that October 27th high is really where we're at right now. That's the importance of that, and understanding that 17 planetary index day, just simply the strength behind it because of the anomaly. Now, if that area does get taken out, then that sets up one heck of a year. But I really think, like I had produced that special report going back, taking a look at 1939, which has some similarities from a market standpoint as far as where we're at. Even with a rally here, we've got quite a ways to go. Where were we on Thanksgiving when we came back? November 20th. Yeah, November 25th out here. It's just, and right now, when I take a look at the SPX, we're just trading inside this triangle. It's just got a newer, larger triangle. So I think, that October 27th high is absolutely going to be key. And volume, as it gets up there.
And the interesting thing is, if you look at it in terms of time, we might peak right around that, right around the new moon, and so we'd have another long bar tomorrow, just to, or within a couple of days.
And then you get that Bradley date.
Yeah.
So it's going to get wild.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, what's the weather like right now?
In New Hampshire?
Yeah.
It's cool around, I think it's around the 30s or
That's
or
not
so.
bad.
No snow. We got it all in October.
That's crazy.
Over Halloween, we got a huge snowstorm here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That big one. Yeah.
The big one. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one, Kathy.
And thanks for my Santa Claus rally cap.
Yeah.
You guys look great. Thanks.
Okay, great.
Let's go to Todd in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Todd, what's going on?
Not much. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful sunny day out here.
Perfect, man.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind looking at JDSU.
Yeah, you get JDS Uniphase, the low's 8, the high's 29, and, there's juice out there at the 29. The problem is that this, it's a small consolidation, is it going to get up there again? I can tell you this, when I see these babies, when they're doing dead cats like this, and, they're teasers.
Well, just take a look at it like this. With Kathy, we were taking a look at the S&P. And, right now you're trading, beneath the high of the November 25th date. That was that Friday when we came back from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And you broke that. Now, of course, you broke that swing point yesterday with some volume. Now, you're going 2 million shares, and yesterday you came through it with 4.8 million shares the day before, even more volume, 7.2. Now, you had obviously a shortened trading session. But I know you can't gross up 2 million shares on November 25th and even come close to 7 million shares, for that same time period.
Right.
So, it's just...
Now, do you own it or you're looking to buy it? What are we doing, Todd?
Well, I was wondering if I should be... I was thinking of going long, but it sounds like I should be more patient.
Yeah, I'd be more patient.
What you'd like to see is some kind of sign of strength and then let it pull back.
Yeah. What I don't like about this equity, is that I know it has a sign of strength at $20. It had another one in August. It had another one in November. But every single one of them fail. And when I've seen that, that's a problem, man.
Just stay away.
Yeah, stay away right now. You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien will come right back. See this?
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow 256, NASDAQ up 63, S&P's up 29. And don't forget, folks, this is the last day if you want to make 30% on your money with those Tiger dollars over at TFNN. So, Merkel goes on vacation.
Yeah.
And this is pretty wild, man. I mean, look at that. That acceleration is pretty cool.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it's huge.
You know, I mean, and the real key, what you had, folks, is that, you know, you had the DAX come down yesterday with 102 million. That was going into the 224.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's back inside the 57.25 area, and you know, if it gets up just a little bit more, it's like it's going to put game into that October 27th, well, October 28th DAX, October 27th our you know market.
No, it is a big move, no question about it.
Yeah, wild. Let's go to George in Boston. Hey, George, what's going on?
Hi, Tom and Steve. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man.
Yeah, I would like to get some comments about Bank of America, because seems like during the recent days people are talking, you know, this bank, you know, has a lot of troubles. I'm wondering whether this bank need to raise more money or maybe some kind of bankruptcy possibility. What's the trend, do you think?
They absolutely have to raise more money. That's the name of the game, because of the Basil Accord. The Fed's already told everyone yesterday that they're going to go along with the Basil Accord. The Basil Accord means that they're going to have to raise more money, flat out. Moynihan didn't raise money at $15, didn't raise money at $10. Huge mistake, okay? Now, the problem that the Bank of America has now is this. So this is what the rule, folks. You've heard a million different things out here. You know what blows my mind? This one blows my mind. You get major TV stations, folks, explaining margin rules, right?
Yeah.
And not one of them has explained it correctly yet, which blows my mind, okay? So this is what the actual rule is, folks, okay? It's not an equity that goes under $5, first off.
Okay, right, okay. As far as being able to be...
That's right.
Okay, held the point.
It's an equity that goes under $5 for 30 days.
Right, that's right.
Okay? That's how this deal works. Now, is that problematic? Yeah, it's hugely problematic. Okay?
As far as funds being able to hold on to it?
No, as far as anyone.
Okay.
Because what happens immediately is that everyone that's on margin,
half the
world is on margin,
got it. Okay,
that means that they have to close that up, come up with more money.
Okay.
That's the first part.
Yeah.
The second part, as to the funds, this is how this goes. Now, this is where this comes from. The large broker-dealers, okay, Goldman, Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, okay, all those folks, they don't allow their money managers flat out to buy equities that are under $5. Okay, that is an internal rule, not an external rule.
Got it.
That has nothing to do with the SEC. It has nothing to do with FINRA. What that does, though, okay, that puts more pressure on the marketplace. You're going to love this, though.
Sure.
This is now. Watch the caveat. This is not Steve and I's on my caveat, folks. This is the caveat inside the broker-dealer community. So, when you go back in history, right, the last thing that they'd ever want, and I dealt with this in a huge way with the gold stocks, folks, and it was absolutely hilarious. I was doing a workshop once for one of these large broker-dealers, and they're saying that they couldn't buy an equity because it was under $5.
Okay,
and I was cracking up. I says, this is just absolutely amazing. I says, we can turn around, you can't buy that equity, but they have money, and you can buy your own equity, and you don't have any money. I says, so that's how you can see how fraudulent the whole system is.
Yeah, right.
You know. But to get back to your question, George, don't touch BAC. BAC is going to have to go out to the marketplace. They're going to have to raise money in order to stay in business.
How about the possibility they can do the reverse, you know, let's say 10 to 1?
They can do 10 to 1, but that doesn't raise money. All that does, like Citigroup did it. And that's like the three-card Monte at the out in New York City or any big city. Okay, so that's what Citigroup did. Citigroup, looks like it's $25. Well, bottom line is $2.50. But that doesn't raise a cent.
I see.
All that does is the three-card Monte that people think, oh, it's a $25 stock. Well, no, it's a $2.50 stock.
Right.
Yeah, no, they got to raise money. That's the bottom line.
So that means, based on your view, it seems like they are still far away from declaring for bankruptcy, reorganize their company. It's more of the risk money issue.
Yeah, I actually don't see them going away. You know what I mean? I don't see them going away. But in that context, I would not be buying them. I mean, these guys can, the odds that they go away are not that great. You know what I mean?
What was Berkshire's deal? Do you recall?
Well, Berkshire still gets paid. Yeah. Now, see, this is where this gets interesting. Berkshire, when you're a preferred holder, they're getting paid on their money, period. You know what I mean? And they're going to get paid because they're going to go to Uncle Sam and they're going to take it out of your pocket, my pocket, and everyone else's pocket, okay?
Yeah.
That's a different deal. That's Berkshire. The Berkshire deal with Bank of America is a banking deal. It's not an equity deal. Okay. You know? But, you know, and everyone's in a losing position, by the way, okay? What also just happened is that Paulson ended up buying more. You know, the last filing, one of the Tigers sent over to me. Paulson bought 3 million more shares.
Did he really?
Citigroup is in a huge losing position.
Absolutely.
You know, you can get excited, Judge, with Bank of America was down about 250. At 250, you know, if it tests that area, it has lighter volume, then I'd say that, yeah, it's worth a shot again.
Then you're buying like an option.
Well, you know what's great about it? What's great is that, you know, bottom line, if they don't go out of business, then 10 years from then, yeah, it's probably a $20, $30, $40 stock.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks.
You know, it's amazing. See, the sad part, folks, in general, in the marketplace, is that the government is allowing the fraud to continue.
Yeah.
The bureaucracy's allowing the fraud to continue.
Right.
And then you have folks that absolutely have been brought up to be good people, to go to good schools, and to say, well, hold it, no, they have money.
Yeah.
You know, look at these balance sheets, okay?
Right.
And that's the sickest part of this whole market, folks. That is absolutely so far over the top, it's unbelievable. And, you know, when you actually have conversations with people like that, sometimes they look at me like I got 4 heads, and I'm looking at them like, what's wrong with you? You got a great education.
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they wouldn't lie to me. I mean, after this, after how many times do you have to lose money hand over fist?
For sure.
How many times, you know, but you know, bottom line, folks, we got to change it. And the only way that it can be changed is that every single time that you hear something, and I'm not just talking about markets, that you don't agree with, no matter how uncomfortable it can get, you got to challenge it.
Yeah.
That's what you have to absolutely do. You know, you challenge it. You know, Angie tells me I don't challenge it the right way sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
gets uncomfortable.
Well, I tell you, what got challenged was the ES Mini, right as it made that 1.272 expansion at the 1226 time frame, 1226 price time frame. And at 10:30 had another nice move up, and this thing is going to 1234. That's its next move. That would be the 1.618 expansion. So you know, just may not have the volume behind it, but I can tell you, price-wise, and pattern-wise, that's what it wants to do.
Isn't that a beautiful thing, man? Those bursts, folks. What does happen? You know, in the next couple of days, these types of bursts, oh, baby, you know, I've told you about the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
That was, I think this was 1990. This is 1994, folks.
Yeah.
You know, there was no volume, but I'm going to tell you, we just kept hitting that keyboard, and it didn't matter. And, you know, if that's what happens, well, that is a beautiful thing. And then just make sure you take your money. You don't go home over the Christmas holiday leaving it out there, because when that did happen, we came back.
That's right.
We came back, and it was like all over, man.
Well, look, in this case here, the euro's moving, but it still hasn't made a 0.382 retracement yet.
Wow.
You know, so you get them, you know.
Yeah, so it's a long way to go.
It does.
Long way to go.
It does.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we got our reindeers with us, and you know, bottom line, man, they must have ate a lot of protein last night.
They did.
We're coming right back, folks.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Steve Rhodes as he teaches techniques on technical analysis using pattern recognition, celestial charting, Fibonacci, and other tools, as well as money management while reaching for those trading and investing profits. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And as Steve just said, get ready for that next leg up because here it comes, man. Pretty amazing. You know, we'll get the Dow up 263, NASDAQ up 66, S&Ps are up 30. You know what's really cool, man? So check this out. You know, yesterday, the bonds, you know, they got close to the top, but they didn't hit it.
Yeah.
And you know what's so cool here, folks, okay? 146.15 is the number. Yesterday, what you did, you got to 146.11. You know, you came up there, and the contract was light. Yeah. Okay? So now what's happening is you're backing down with light.
Build a little cost, right? Build a little cost, you know, for that next leg up.
It's sick. I'm telling you, you know, now this thing wants to get down to about 134, which is a big way down. Yeah. But that's nothing in the context. That's not even a .382 retracement of what it's done.
Right.
And, you know, it's building that steam, man, for that 160, man, which is going to blow people's minds, man. I mean, it really is.
It is. Money will be cheap then.
Oh, big time. Huh? Hey, I think money's going to be cheap for a long time. I think the aspect of the acceleration up is not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? I don't see it happen for 4 or 5 more years.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't see it happen until there's a lot more jobs going on and it's coming in the system. And, you know, it sounds bizarre, but it really isn't in the context when you look at Japan. Japan's been flat for years.
For sure.
You know? And it doesn't mean you can't be flat. You know, because it's going to take a long time to get rid of this fraud.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
oh, that's
and you know what we have zombie banks now. You know, remember they used to always call the Japan banks zombie banks. We have zombie banks. There's no doubt about it. You know, let's go to Tom in Tampa. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, all right, man.
Good.
Hey, Tommy, can we take a look at Baidu here? Is that thing got a little action?
No, I wouldn't be buying it.
All right.
You get Baidu.com. You can see how, you know, we came down off that 147 here, 113, but see how it can't even move today?
Right.
That's telling you quite a bit, man. You know, that's saying that 100 is game again.
Okay.
Because what you should have out here today, like you can see, Apple got big juice into it, right? You know, some of these that are moving, you know, will move, but Baidu's not moving right now, man.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, you ready? You ready for what's wrong with our lightning, man?
I don't know, man. You know, we got to get in there and maybe get a little of that pep talk going in there with them or something, kind of like what Brady had with that offensive coordinator there past week or two. Remember that? I think that got the Patriots fired up, and that's where they shut down Tebow.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. We got to. There's lightning.
Well, they didn't shut him down in the first half.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I knew Belichick. I mean, they can say what they want about his defense, man, but that guy's still a mastermind when it comes to defense.
Oh, he is. He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
There's
He really is, man. I think he's the best ever coach in the NFL.
Yeah. No, you know what I love about him? I love that he's just always thinking. When you look at him, he is always thinking.
That's right. Yeah.
And in that game, you know what's amazing? I mean, that game is so hard. Those guys, they just kill each other. It's like you better be thinking one split-second mistake, man, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they've got so much better. Don't you think? I mean, it seems like every single year they get so much better.
Yeah. No, cream of crop.
Oh.
Yeah, they have been. They have been for quite a while. I mean, it's of course they got great ownership too, but you know, I think it's Belichick and of course Brady too. You know.
Yeah. No, actually, and what I mean is that all the football players, just in general, Tom. Do you know what I mean? They've all got so much better. You know. It's an amazing sport. It really is. Cooking, brother.
One dude, awesome call on that dollar, Tom. Man, I mean, just you've been right on, man. Just awesome.
Thank you,
Steve. Your stuff too, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for that Ford tip there about 2 weeks ago, man. I nailed that thing.
That's great.
So, but you guys have a Merry Christmas and appreciate everything you guys are doing out there.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, brother.
Yes, sir.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Yeah, you know, that professional sports football is amazing.
I love professional sports.
I do too. No doubt. Listen, folks, you stay right there because Santa Claus is going to be coming right back with you. And then we're going to be going to Chicago with Don Kaufman, out to California with Ken Shreve, and back here with myself. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.